I saw these sandals on Pinterest, of course, and I really wanted to try to make them myself. So you get a pair of flip-flops. I just got like a cheap 99-cent pair, and you take out the back of the straps, and you have strips. These are about 2-inch wide strips, and this was the width of the front of one of my old t-shirts. I had a t-shirt that had a stain on it, so I just used across the bottom of the t-shirt, cut it into the strip, and you tie a knot in one end and put it through the hole, and the knot holds it in. Then I trimmed off a little bit of the end, and we'll see how that works as we go on. Then you do the other strap. And you try not to bump the camera like, wait for it, this. Alright, now we're back. I do want to let you know that the entire project for both flip-flops took me about 30 minutes, and then I just had to let them dry. So this is going in twice as fast, but I wanted to let you know about how long it took in real time. I cut a little bit out and sped this up. Now you need to take care of the top part of the foot strap. The instructions that I used from a blog, which I will put a link in the description, said to glue this piece in to help keep the flip-flop together, which you'll see later I ended up just taking it out because my flip-flop is just one solid piece of foam. I guess if you had several layers, it would help to put that in and hold the flip-flop together. Next, you take a craft knife, or I just have a little blade, and you cut a line in the side of the flip-flops. Now, I wasn't sure how hard to press and how it would do, so it took me a little bit of like poking and pushing and sliding. I also didn't have exact directions of how much to cut. I think that's really up to the person making these. So I cut a strip on each side of what I thought it should be. I also cut up pretty close to the top because I don't really like the look of my toes, so I wanted them almost all covered. However, I don't think that was a good decision. You'll see at the end that I think I should have moved that top strap back towards my ankle a bit more. Now these strips are about 3 inches wide, and the blog said to start about 8 inches in length, but I went down to about 5 or 6. I have a pretty small shoe size, and I also think I could have tightened them a little bit more. At this point, I am just trying to see how this is going to work and make sure it'll work and how I want them. There are so many variables on this that you could do, and I have so many more ideas after doing this one pair that I'm pretty sure that I'll try some of these with my daughter. It's incredibly cheap and doesn't take real long. And now you can see I'm putting the glue inside the strip that I cut, and then I'm just going to poke that down in with my screwdriver. You can use a butter knife or anything that you want to poke it down in there. And I just wanted to make sure there was lots of glue in it. I do want to mention about the glue that you got to make sure that you use waterproof glue. This is a shoe. So the one I used is actually a fabric embellishment glue for clothes that is supposed to go through the washer. So I'm hoping that it'll work okay, but I'm sure there's lots of different kinds of glue you can try. As you can see, I put some along the side of the flip-flop there too. I figured a little bit extra glue won't hurt anything. And now you gotta do the other side, of course. As you can see, I was quite liberal with the glue. And then I tried to stick some in between the shoe and the strap on this side also. Just recheck in to make sure I had the end in good. And then I let them dry actually overnight. The lady on the blog used clamps to hold them together. I actually put them under a heavy moving box that I had. You could put them under a pile of books, just something to press those sides down together with the material in it. Now, first way I'm going to do it is the way that I saw in the picture. She went around the back of her ankle and then the front. I'm sure you could vary the length of your ties here also. This way is not comfortable to me. It feels very loose and floppy. And again, I think if I would have those straps at the front, back more on my foot, it would feel better. And I also need to tighten those toe straps a little bit more. This is the second way I tried. Going over the front of the foot like that first makes it feel tighter through my arch and my foot, so I like that better. And looking at this, I really think I could put that strap in the front just right down over the flip-flop in the front and fasten it so that like my toes were completely hidden. Maybe I'll have to try that. So there you have two styles. The one has the bow in the front, the one has the bow in the back. Of course, that can easily be varied by length of the straps. I really like this one where I go over the front of the foot better because it feels tighter to me. Okay, there's one more way that I tried tying it. I just kind of, for fun, I'm not sure how it would work out and around in the real world, but it feels tight against my foot this way. I wrap it underneath the flip-flop and pull it back up and then tie it around my ankle. This also prevents any flopping, which is one of the reasons I'm not fond of flip-flops, besides hating the thing in between my toes. Hence the reason I'm trying this project. And there's my dog, photobombing my video. So I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of these shoe styles? Have you ever tried anything like this? I kind of like the way the straps look on my foot on this third way. I'm just not sure about wrapping it underneath the flip-flop. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Oh, this must be a good spot since Mom's hanging out here. The camera's on me. I think I'll just lay myself down right here. She won't mind if I'm in her filming spot.